Hello everyone, Susan here with Life Stories. Have you ever had those days where everything, absolutely everything is just piling up? It's not just this little laundry-sized pile of stuff. It's getting to be mountainous. It's your work, it's your situation with your spouse, it's a situation with your kids, it's just all of the to-dos on your list, all of those things that you have to do. And it just keeps piling up to the point where you can't function. You can't, for me, I can't be with people. I need to get my head straight, and so I just can't function. And so Scripture tells us in 2 Corinthians 12:9 that my grace is sufficient for you, for power is perfected in weakness. How often do we think of that verse and we think, it doesn't apply to me. I need to do more. I need to perform better. I need to have all my ducks in a row when I have squirrels. That was my week. I didn't want to deal with people. I know myself well enough to know that when I choose to isolate, when I'm not feeling enough, that is the time that I need to spend time with God, because in His eyes I am enough. But I still pull away. So that situation happened to me this week. I know that when I get overwhelmed, I feel like I'm going to be Mount St. Helens and just erupt on something and someone stupid, and I don't want to do that. And knowing myself well enough that I choose to isolate until I can get my focus back to where it needs to be. Even though sometimes when I isolate, I'm not communicating well enough with those people around me to let them know where I'm at. But that, unfortunately, that's where I'm at. But I'm willing to come back and admit that to them. But in this time of struggling, God gave me this verse and just kept kind of hitting me with it. And then I went to the Amplified Version. Like I said, I like to go to other verses and just see what they say. In the Amplified Version, it takes that verse and it says, my grace is sufficient for you. My loving kindness and my mercy are more than enough, always available regardless of the situation. For my power is being perfected and is completed and shows itself most effectively in your weakness. Therefore, I will all the more gladly boast in my weakness, so that the power of God may completely enfold me and may dwell in me. So I am well pleased with weakness, with insults, with distresses, piling up stuff, with persecution, tends to be my own persecution, and with difficulties, my own choices, for the sake of Christ. For when I am weak in human strength, then I am strong, truly able, truly powerful, truly drawing from God's strength. God has taken difficult stuff and trying to continue to complete us, and His grace, His loving kindness, His mercy is sufficient. But we have to choose it. God always makes me laugh when silly things come together, and today was one of those things. One of my Facebook memories was something that I had posted 3 years ago. I don't know where I got this, but it was just so neat that it came up today. It says, you're holding a cup of coffee when someone comes along and bumps you, making you spill your coffee everywhere. Why do you spill coffee? You spilled coffee because there was coffee in your cup. Had there been tea in your cup, you would have spilled tea. The point is, whatever is inside the cup is what will spill out. Therefore, when life comes along and shakes you, which will happen, whatever is inside you will come out. It's easy to fake it until you get rattled. So when you have to ask questions, what's in my cup? When life gets tough, what spills out? Joy, gratefulness, peace, humility, Or does anger, bitterness, harsh words, and reactions come out? You choose. We have to choose to allow him to be enough for us. And stop choosing to be perfect enough for him, because he has already made you enough. So I encourage you, his grace is sufficient. His loving kindness, his mercy is sufficient. But you have to choose it. So this is Susan, where God takes our life stories and turns them into love stories.